Who are the top 10 pitchers in baseball right now in 2022? I have my thoughts. Let's get into it. What's going on, baseball fans? Jeremy Laracuente here for the Baseball Banter Broadcast. And as I said in the open, MLB Network does their top 10 right now at each and every position every single offseason. However, with the MLB lockout, I don't know if they're going to do those same shows this particular year. But that still means that I'm going to bring you my list of the top 10 pitchers right now in 2022. Again, this is a personal list. I encourage you to make your own. See how difficult it is to kind of figure out the 10 best at each position. Most notably at this starting pitcher list. There are so many good pitchers, and your personal bias will get involved. So let me know your top 10 pitchers right now in the comment section below. But let's get into it with number 10. Now, number 10 on my list is a very personal choice with Jose Berrios. The new ace of the Toronto Blue Jays, to me, is going to be one of the best pitchers in all of Major League Baseball. I think that this player has an opportunity to continue to grow and develop and become a Cy Young Award winner, possibly a multi-time Cy Young Award winner. That's how highly I value his skills and his talent. When the Blue Jays acquired him last season, it absolutely frustrated me because I would love to have seen Jose Berrios pitching for the New York Yankees. That being said, I think that Berrios is going to grow into one of the best pitchers and more underrated because I don't think that people understand the talent level that this player has. Going into 2022, I think this is going to become a career year for Berrios and allow him to continue to grow into that Cy Young caliber form. Now, number 9 on my list is that of another young starter, Walker Bueller. I think that the Dodgers' new ace is going to be the absolute epitome of a clutch performer. I think that this is going to be a guy who you can rely upon in Game 7 in those big moments. And to me, Walker Bueller is going to be absolutely one of the best pitchers in the game in 2022. I think his ability to manage the game, slow it down, is going to provide the Dodgers and himself with a very good year in 2022. Now, as we look at number 8 on my list, it is that of Clayton Kershaw. I think that the former Dodgers ace is going to provide any team that he lands on with an absolute stud of an ace. This is going to be a guy who understands his ability at this point in his career, but also understands the art of pitching. Not only being able to manage his own talent, his own ability, but also being able to help mentor the next generation of starting pitchers on whatever squad he lands with. At the time of this recording, he's still a free agent. We're still in the MLB lockout. So this is going to be a player that has an opportunity to go to any team that he wants to, now being a free agent, and provide that team with a level of stability, consistency, reliability, and most notably, a great pitcher. As we look at number 7 on my list, it is that of the Cleveland Guardians ace, Shane Bieber. Just a couple of seasons ago during that shortened 2020 campaign, this was an absolutely career-making year for Shane Bieber. And I think that he continues to compile a very strong candidacy for one of the best pitchers in the game in 2022. While not necessarily getting the best run support, because I think that Cleveland will struggle a little bit in 2022, Shane Bieber is still going to provide the Guardians with an absolute ace on the mound. Every 5 days, they're going to have their best opportunity to win every time he takes the ball. This, to me, is going to be one of the best young pitchers in the game and one of the best pitchers coming up over the next couple of seasons. So I think that this is an opportunity for Shane Bieber to really show his dominance and become one of the best in the game. Therefore, he makes number 7 on my list. As we move up to number 6, this player is a little bit controversial simply because of the spider tack situation that we had coming into last season. Tyler Glasnow of the Tampa Bay Rays, to me, is going to be one of the best pitchers in the game. I think that there is going to be a bit of a timing curve and a learning curve coming back off of his injury based on the way that he was throwing the ball because of the spider tack. I think that when you look at what he's going to be capable of doing healthy, I think he figures out a way to manage all of his natural given abilities and his talents and be able to channel that into a very productive way. I think that for Tampa Bay, this is going to be the guy that they rely on most heavily in their postseason runs of 2022 and beyond. I think that for Glasnow, this is going to be a guy that has the opportunity to really go out there and show what his natural ability is and be able to prove he is one of the best with or without spider tack. Now, as we get into the top 5 here, number 5 on my list is that of the two-way star, Shohei Otani. I think that Otani is going to really blossom this year and really go and show the world that this two-way possibility is an anomaly, that he is a rare breed, a one-of-a-kind star, because even when Babe Ruth was a two-way player, he mostly just did one or the other. This is a player that is doing it two ways on every single day of the week. This is an absolute superstar of an athlete. Now, I think that while there are going to be some guys that are better hitters and better pitchers, being able to see him combine both absolutely is fascinating to watch, and number 5 on my list. Now, as we get into number 4, it is that of the Milwaukee Brewers ace, Corbin Burns. I think that this young player really proved himself in a big way in 2021, and I think that he follows that up with another monstrous year in 2022. I think the Brewers are going to be one of the best teams in the National League Central, and it's going to rest on Corbin Burns. As the ace of one of the most competitive teams in baseball, I think that Corbin is going to allow the Brewers and provide them with a level of stability and a growth in his ability and his understanding of the game. Being able to go out there every 5 days and give the Brewers their best shot at winning. I think this is going to be an absolutely wonderful year to watch Corbin Burns and the Milwaukee Brewers in trying to capture that division. This is going to be an opportunity to show the world just how good this player is, and that's why he makes number 4 on my list. Now, as we get into number 3, the rare air, the top 3 pitchers in the game, in my opinion, we begin with Max Scherzer. Mad Max is absolutely a monster on the mound, and every time he goes out there, he gives every single bit of all that he has. Every pitch, you hear him grunting, screaming, hollering. This is one of the craziest but absolutely best pitchers to watch any day of the week. Now, moving over to the New York Mets, I think this is going to provide the Mets with a serious, crazy 1-2 punch with Max Scherzer and a pitcher that we have to come. And this, to me, is going to be one of the opportunities that the Mets have to get themselves righted, to get themselves back on the right track in Major League Baseball. I think they're going to be a very formidable threat in that National League East. It's going to be a serious battle for the top of that division, partially because of Mad Max. Now, as we look at the number 2 pitcher on my list, it is that of Garrett Cole. Cole is the Yankees ace, there's no doubt about it. There's a lot of question marks behind him, so there's a lot of pressure going on to his shoulders in 2022 and beyond. This is a $324 million pitcher that the Yankees signed. This level of pressure can sometimes weigh on people. And yes, the issue with the spider tag did kind of change things in many people's eyes with Garrett Cole, Tyler Glasnow, and others. But I think that this year is really going to show and prove that Garrett Cole is the ace that we all thought he was all those years ago with Pittsburgh. This is also going to be an opportunity for Garrett Cole to prove to the world that he is not a product of spider tag, that he has a natural given ability to be one of the best in the game. Now, as we look at number 1, I think that is very clear. There's no doubt about it. Jacob deGrom is the best pitcher in the game. There's very little to say here that hasn't already been said a plethora of times before, a billion times before. Jacob deGrom is the best pitcher in Major League Baseball. Now, the questions obviously with deGrom is about health. As long as he can stay healthy, and I think that he'll be fine now because the designated hitter will be in the National League and he won't have to be running the bases or taking swings and hurting himself in the box. That, to me, is going to absolutely help Jacob deGrom elevate his talent to a whole nother level. Now, yes, sometimes deGrom was the only offensive threat for that New York Mets lineup, but being able to be on the mound every 5 days and stay healthy is going to be what provides the Mets with the absolute best possible chance of winning not just the division, but heading towards the World Series in 2022. Jacob deGrom is the reason why. He is the best pitcher in the game. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your feelings on this down in the comment section below. Again, let me know who your top 10 starting pitchers are right now heading into 2022. If you had to make up your list, leave that down in the comment section below and we can discuss it further. I think that using your personal bias, your personal feelings towards different pitchers is seeing how they fall into, how you have to manage the numbers. It's going to be a very interesting list. So make sure you leave that down in the comment section below so we can discuss further. As always, keep it locked into the entire GLMG family with Weesif, the Granny Geek Show, and of course here on the Baseball Banter Broadcast. For sticking around to the end, head over to baseballbanterbroadcast.com. Use the promo code BANTER to save 5% off of your order on our shop. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Keep it locked in all season long as I continue to bring you the latest news, notes, and my personal thoughts, theories, and opinions on the game of Major League Baseball. Peace.